In the meantime, different views in Nigeria's Supreme Court's ruling which adjourned hearing for the nation's Naira Redesign policy suit seeking the continuous use of old Naira notes, while Counsel to the federal government has assured citizens that the government is working to resolve challenges which have come up following the policy. Counsel to Kogi, Kaduna and Zamfara states urged citizens to disregard orders from the nation's apex bank, which insists that old Naira notes are no longer legal. Amadin Uyi has more.
The Supreme Court of Nigeria last week issued an interim injunction suspending the implementation of the February 10 deadline on the use of the old Naira notes. Regardless of the Supreme Court's order, business owners across the country have stopped accepting the old 200 Naira, 500 Naira and 1,000 Naira notes as legal tender, owing to banks' refusal to collect the old notes from Nigerians.
I expressed something this morning when I was coming because I used to come from Apapa, so I used ferry. And then suddenly they just said they don't want old Naira notes again, that they want new Naira notes.
The suit, one of Nigeria's most looked up to, following recent events that have followed the nation's Naira Redesign policy. With hundreds of Nigerians unable to access cash from commercial banks, the three states of Kaduna, Kogi and Zamfara had sought the relief of the nation's apex courts to allow the continuous use of the old Naira notes nationwide. Speaking on behalf of the governors following the adjournment of the case to February the 22nd, the governor of Kogi State assured citizens that there is no cause for alarm.
All of us, governors, we want to urge all Nigerians. Yes, we are all suffering, but let's stay alive. Let's maintain peace, law and order. If we kill ourselves, others will remain there to enjoy your money. It is just a temporary setback for us in this country. We are not condemning this particular policy of President Muhammadu Buhari. It is going to be the way to go, but the implementation, that is what we are questioning. Use your money. Nobody should compel anyone to open an account if you don't want. You may choose to keep your wealth the way you want to keep it, utilize it the way you want to do it, and every Nigerian should have the liberty to live freely in this society.
Surprisingly, two of Nigeria's southern states of Edo and Bayelsa sought to join the suit in support of Nigeria's apex bank, urging the Supreme Court to disregard the prayers asking for the suspension of the deadline for the use of old currency notes in the country. However, Counsel to the governors opposing the deadline urged citizens not to panic, saying the adjournment of the case brings to rest uncertainties, following recent pronouncements by the Apex Bank that old Naira notes are no longer in use.
We made the point to the court that the court order of 8th of February restraining the defendant is still subsisting, and the court confirmed now, and the implication of that is that the old notes still remain as legal tender in this country. The policy or directive given by the CBN governor becomes inconsequential in the light of the fact that the court has extended the lifespan of the interim order it granted on the 8th of February.
Counsel to the federal government also took time to assure citizens that the policy, though currently responsible for a lot of hardship, will eventually work out as efforts are being put in place to resolve teething challenges.
It's a national problem, and we are working towards solving this problem. The government is not deliberately frustrating the plaintiffs. This is a problem that we are trying to solve. With a little time, it will be solved.
The Supreme Court, in a new twist, has adjourned the matter till February the 22nd, calling on all parties to consolidate the applications for joinder. This creates a scenario for confusion, as Nigerians will now be perplexed on the decisions and options to take. This is because the Supreme Court's earlier decision, which called on all parties to maintain status quo, is definitely being ignored by the Apex Bank. The CBN insists there is no going back on its deadline for the cash swap policy, saying it is acting solely in the interest of the public and Nigerians. However, this is debatable because Nigerians on the streets who who cannot access cash for their businesses and for their livelihoods will definitely think otherwise. News Central is following up on this case and will update you as more developments unfold. Amadin Uyi reporting for News Central.